Shout out to the pack. It is Pack here.
AKA your mama's best friend, your daddy's worst nightmare.
I technically have the first ever roster update, kinda, in NBA 2K23. We have a screenshot of the Play Now screen, and we have a couple players and the ratings. It's not much, but I'm gonna cover everything that we have in today's video. I'm happy with this, bro. Like, usually I'm talking about NBA 2K23 news and gameplay stuff, but like, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, we talk about 2K ratings and basketball all day. So it's good to be coming back to this because I've been missing this. So I'm gonna cover that right now. If you like this kind of content when it comes to not just only NBA 2K23 news and leaks, but also player ratings and rosters and all that kind of stuff, please join the pack and subscribe. I'm the #1 channel that does it. Now let's get this video started. So here is a screenshot of the Play Now Online screen that's going to have like Jason Tatum as the best player on the Celtics, and then I think it's looking like DeMar on the left of the Bulls. It looks pretty similar to how we have it right now, so not like groundbreaking or anything. But the big thing that I had personally noticed is obviously the ratings are being shown right here. And some of these ratings are kind of wild. I think we should just start with the Bulls, go down, and then go to the Celtics right after. So let's start with the Bulls. Let's start off with Lonzo Ball. Lonzo goes -1, and I think that's crazy. A lot of Bulls fans would argue that Lonzo is at least as good as Vooch, and Vooch is an 82. So Lonzo, if anything, should be an 82, but he went down 1 overall from NBA 2K22 and is down to 81 overall, which is kind of crazy. Lonzo Ball was going crazy before injury. He was one of the best defensive players in the league. He was averaging hella assists. He was actually being pretty efficient too. I think that's crazy. I think Lonzo's going to shut everyone up this year if he can stay healthy, and I think this rating is completely wrong. Zach LaVine, what it looks like to me, it could be 86. But to me, this looks like 88 overall. And Zach LaVine is that kind of player. He was an 88 overall last year, so no change for him. He is the best player on the Bulls, in my opinion, with DeMar tied. And when healthy, he's a menace. And he's entering his prime right now. He's a crazy high 20-point per game scorer with crazy efficiency. He's a great three-point shooter, can create his own shot, athletic. There's everything you could ever ask from a great NBA player. He's awesome. I think this is a fair rating for him. DeMar, an 88. I also think that that's fair for him. So he went down 2 from a 90 overall, but I think it's fair. And my reasoning for this is pretty simple. Even though DeMar was a higher scorer, was a more consistent player throughout the year for the Bulls, during the playoffs, DeMar vanishes. And we always know this. We say it every year. It's like, yeah, doing great in the regular season, but like once they get into the playoffs and people start specifically targeting him on defense and playing a very certain basketball against him, he's going to struggle because he mostly does middies. And if you stop the midi, what is he going to do? And he just vanishes in the playoffs. It is what it is. So an 88 overall, making him tie with Zach LaVine, to me, is fair. Patrick Williams, not much to say here. He goes +1 from last year. He's going to have his first real chance of playing like the most serious basketball he can, being the starting power forward. I think this is going to be a great opportunity for him. I think he's going to go up to like a 78 overall probably at the end of the year. And finally, Vooch on the Bulls goes -1. So this one's kind of weird to me because I feel like Nikola Vucevic was doing actually pretty well at the second half of the year. So to put him down's odd. If anything, if he had stayed like normal, like an 83, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I mean, this is a guy who was a multiple All-Star in the Magic for years, and even though he had the first half of the year really bad for the Bulls, I think he really showed up in the second half. So I don't know. I think this one's odd. I don't know why they would downgrade him, but whatever. They decided to downgrade him. I think he's going to change that throughout the year. But now let's go to the Celtics. Let's start with Marcus Smart, who's an 80 overall. He goes +1 into the 80 overall club for the first time in his career, believe it or not. And the thing about Marcus Smart that's annoying is that he's only an 80 overall after being Defensive Player of the Year. I mentioned this before. He is the lowest rated Defensive Player of the Year of all time. This would still make him the lowest rated Defensive Player of the Year ever. I felt watching the playoffs and the Celtics and consistently seeing that Marcus Smart, to me, was the third best player on the team. I know that maybe Celtics fans might agree. Maybe you will disagree. This guy was the third leading scorer. He was playing efficiently. He was playing hard. He was the best defender on the team. How is that not at least behind Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? Jaylen Brown looks like an 85. I think Marcus Smart's an 84. And then, so we'll get to other players in a second, but I feel like this is completely wrong. Marcus Smart's not even close to where he needs to be. I feel like he's an 84 overall. Jaylen Brown, this one's crazy because they have Jaylen Brown as an 85 overall. So he was an 86 last year. So he went -1. So you're telling me after that playoff performance and after that finals performance, you're going to tell me that Jaylen Brown goes down one? You're crazy if you don't think Jaylen Brown's like an 88 minimum. If Zach LaVine's an 88, Jaylen Brown's an 88. That's just the reality. He's been so good. It's crazy that they have him this low. Absolutely despicable rating for Jaylen Brown. That's so messed up. Tatum goes +1 to a 91 overall. I think most of us can agree that that's a correct answer. That he's officially in the superstar like kind of area where like Paul George was during the Pacers. This is like the same kind of rating he was getting. I think this is an absolutely fair rating. I think even maybe like a 92 would have been okay. He did amazing. At the end of the day, they lost to the Warriors, but that was because of the Warriors, not necessarily because of the Celtics. The Warriors are just too good. I think Jason Tatum deserves that 91 overall by far. I can't believe he wasn't even in the 90 overall club throughout the year last year anyways. Al Horford goes +1. He is a cornerstone of this team. He's someone that does like the dirty work. He's fantastic. Not much to say about him. An 81 overall is absolutely fair for him. And then for the last player on this picture, Robert Williams goes +2. He's one of the highest upgraded players in this little roster update. So he was an 82 overall, now an 84. I just think it's crazy that they decided to upgrade Robert Williams so hard, but not Marcus Smart. I'm not saying Robert Williams doesn't deserve an 84 overall. He's also in contention to be a defensive player of the year. But if you're going to put him that high, I think Marcus Morris should also be an 84 overall. Sorry, Marcus Smart should also be an 84 overall. I don't know what they're seeing that I'm not, that Marcus Smart isn't close to Robert Williams. I just don't understand. I really, I'm lost in what they're seeing, but whatever. So those are the upgrades for that. Now let's talk about the final rating. Legion Hoops Ross makes an announcement. He says Cade Cunningham's going to be an 84 overall in NBA 2K23. Where he gets this information, I have no clue, but this guy is a creator and founder of Legion Hoops, NBA Insider, so he has a little bit of credibility here. I don't know why he would lie. I could see it. Cade was an 82 overall, now he's going to 84 overall. He's about to be the best player on the Pistons with Jaden Ivey coming in and Jalen Duren. So, and then you still have Sadiq Bey. I think it's fair. He was a number 1 overall pick just a year ago. He's about to have that leap. He had a solid year. I don't have any complaints with making him an 84 overall. I think, if anything, he's expected to become an 84 overall. The thing is, though, is that Jaylen Brown is an 85, and Cade Cunningham being an 84 is pretty close for those two. So it just solidifies that, to me, Jaylen Brown needs to go a lot higher. But that's really it. That's it. Crazy rating decisions here, but they're gonna update him in time, I think. But what do y'all think about these? Leave it in the comments below, and if you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.